Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Savage Orc campaigns, where we are currently in a brief period of peace, while we're trying to, this is just simply while we're trying to, fend off chaos, and then we're going to use a few turns just to try and rejig our empire to get us into a little bit of a better position. Right, we are at an end turn at the moment, so my war should be heading north. Yeah, that's good. And we're going to just be finishing off this little Chaos Army. Grimgor will jump over next turn as well. And we might have to go and just finish off this Horde in our territory as well. Just put them down. Especially if they start raiding again. Or just escort them out of our territory anyway. So, we have expanded a little bit through the last few wars. Well, I mean, we expanded massively. We've recaptured all of the borderlands. And we do have another nice big chunk of the deserts down here as well. So we're not in the worst positions, but we do need to get ourselves sorted out still. Now, obviously, the dwarfs do have up here as well. So my next sort of campaign is going to be here, ideally. We might even take here and here. So we'll try and take this little area down here, and we're going to try and capture at least these mountains here. And then we'll probably try and get if we do end up at war with the Knights of Flame again, we'll try and take all that territory back off them before pushing into the desert. Depending how Queek does, because if Queek starts kicking the dwarves about down here, we're not necessarily going to have to worry about that territory so long, because I'm not at war with Queek at the moment. In fact, I've got a treaty with Queek at the moment. Obviously, we've got a lot of chaos to deal with first, guys, so for now, it's going to be dealing with those chaos forces and getting ourselves back in order. Now, depending how many places those chaos hit, there might be a few opportunities for us to push forwards and colonize afterwards, because they've obviously done quite a lot of damage over here. Unfortunately, I'm too far away to really take advantage of that. Now that's unfortunate, and that means this place is going to be knocked over. There isn't really a huge amount I can do about that, unfortunately, and that is very unfortunate. I am gonna take some losses no matter what I do, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're gonna do the best we can, but we are probably gonna have a few territories get knocked over, which we have to resettle afterwards. But that is how things happen, guys. So, you know, it could be worse. Right. You can jump there. They're not pushing forwards just yet. They're still facing against them. You can double time up this way. I suspect I'm going to lose here, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't think there's really much I can do about that. Let's start pushing out some extra income for me then. How are my walls here? They could be better. Okay, we're going to hold that there. And we've got another tech we can make. So we've got strap-on armour. So that's an extra 10 armour for all of my infantry units, which is actually really quite nice, guys. That's very good. So yeah, we're going to buff up our Knight Gobbo Fanatics there. Just look what else we've got. Massive choppers, so just straight extra damage for green skin units. Just for orc units. So let's try working towards there. Ooh, no, we'll grab that one first, then we'll start working towards there. Okay, let's end turn. I know I've still got these quest battles to do, guys, and I will get them done at some point. It's just, as I said, right now, as you can see, I'm kind of occupied with other things going on in my territory, so... This is bad, actually, because the vampires are potentially going to start moving into all this territory. Or the dwarves, and become ascendant, a bit more ascendant again. And I'd really like to actually get the jump on those territories if I can. But I don't think I'm going to get the chance to, simply because I'm currently fending off chaos myself. All these forces which have smashed this territory are going to start flooding up into my territories as well soon, so... I do need to properly start working on them and taking them out. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, so that's quite a powerful army Mr. Queek has there. So we do need to pay attention to the Skaven, because the Skaven, once they get going, are quite powerful, and that's a very powerful army. There are some very scary units there. That is the thing the Skavens really do have. They have some very powerful, very nasty units at their disposal. So I just want to keep an eye on them. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. We're up to the chaos now, so let's see where they're going to start moving, or what they're going to start doing. Okay, that was to be expected. I was kind of relying on them doing this, actually, guys. It's quite a nasty chaos army I'm up against, but I should be able to deal with it, I hope. These are, you know, Chaos Warriors with halberds, straight Chaos Warriors. They've got some large units, but hopefully I'm going to be able to take them out reasonably well, especially with my very veteran Black Orcs. My Black Orcs in this army are becoming increasingly veteran units, guys. They are getting stronger and stronger, so that's not necessarily going to be a huge issue for me to deal with. But again, it's something I'm just going to have to... I'm still going to have to be aware, because these guys can do a lot of damage to me, but if I can get around their flanks, I can certainly do a lot of damage. Again, my best option is going to be to try and break them up a little bit, and I do have some weaker units in this army. Certainly my straight normal orcs are going to suffer a lot more. I really would like to get some savage orcs in there, or even more black orcs. Having an entire army of black orcs would be interesting. Deadly is definitely the word I would use. So we're going to have a core of Black Orcs here. I'm actually going to keep Grimgor back, because what I'm going to do Grimgor is I'm going to use him to focus on their lord, to take down their lord very early on if I can. These guys can sit on the side because they are going to get popped around the side. My rock lobbers can sit at the back.
Where's the scrap?
Yeah, that's a little bit better. These guys can move forwards and do a little bit of skirmishing as they approach. Especially as these guys don't have much ranged at all.
Let's run! Goblins! Moving fast! Let's go!
Come on!
Let's double time it while these guys go forwards. No, that is the nasty thing, but them shooting at these guys I'm not so bothered about. Oh, he says as that unit gets shredded. So they're breaking already. Come on, skirmish.
We ain't better than them.
So obviously their artie's got quite a long range as well, guys. And it's going to start hitting me shortly, but that's not the end of the world. Let's move all these guys forwards just a tad.
Black Orc strong. Bad boys. Heavy dogs. Moving fast.
Some of you guys up down the sides.
Dragons. Show us the enemy.
Get the Crimson Killers in there.
Choppers ready. Boys. Place one
I'm actually quite worried about them going for my sides like this. That's not good.
Bad boys. Yeah.
That's where they really could start breaking past. Hammer into the side of their cav. This isn't actually good. So I'm getting a little too pinned here. You guys can try and break right past, actually. You can charge past. And your job is going to be killing that lord. Buff my guys around and get straight onto that lord.
Let's scrap. Let's
You guys can fire at will.
yeah. If God wants it.
Okay, I'm happy with how we're doing at the moment. You can break and hit him. Their lord is... Where is their lord? Have I already killed their lord? Did I just completely miss me slaughtering their lord, guys? They are all seeming to start breaking, so I very possibly did just slaughter their lord. Is that their lord lying there? That does look like their lord lying there on the ground. Okay, some of you guys can hammer slide over here. You guys can push over to help these guys. And Grimgor's going to get involved in this little mess.
We had a great time. Rebels.
You first. Get him.
They can just get a bit further forward, so they're actually a bit more involved. We're doing reasonably over here. Over here we are ripping them apart. Let's keep the pressure on. Grimgor is getting nicely involved. You guys really can break off. I really need you guys to break out and get that hell cannon dealt with.
Boys. Nice bit of scrapping.
And this is it. We've got the mass route now. So everything can go for that hell cannon. That needs to be broken off the field now. And there, we're shredding those chaos dwarves there. This thing is kind of terrifying looking. Hey guys, and victory! So we smashed that chaos. That was not a close victory. I mean, we killed double their numbers. We did have more guys, but we obliterated them. There was nothing close around about that. This is what I love about Grimgor, because Grimgor's army is so much better at everything there. I mean, some of these guys got 120 kills, so you know, that's just the thing about him and the armies he can put out, is they have that extra level of oomph, which really does allow them to cause a lot of damage. Let's eat them. Next turn we're going to go finish them off. They're being chased off by my War, so I'm not too worried about them. Gorgazan is gone. Unless I'm very lucky. What? I'm a little surprised by that. They want me to raid that territory. Well, there's nothing there.
Dog's fist. I'm almost this way.
And that's another Chaos Force gut down. Right. I know, but it's gonna take him out of action for a few turns. But I needed to get this place back. That does make certain units cheaper. Okay, you can continue zerging over here. We are holding here. We need to start burning off some of that Skaven corruption. I think for now we're good. This is nice because that helps reduce some of my costs. Could use getting some walls there, and we can extort some extra cash from there. Grimgor has leveled up again, so now we're really going to start buffing up his army even more, guys. So his army is going to become truly terrifying, actually, guys, which is going to be brilliant. He is going to be my fully offensive. Him and Wurzag's armies are actually quite terrifying, but Grimgor's, I see why people like Grimgor now, because as he levels up, the buffs he gets are just huge. I mean, the damage he can put out, and his army can put out against units which are technically better, because they've all got so many buffs to their damage and everything they do from him, that they become truly spectacular units, actually, which is good. Which makes his army probably my strongest army, especially once I get it properly set up. We are probably going to put some Savage Orcs into there as well, because why not? But we'll actually have a look, and I'll work out what's going to be our best possible setup for that army. It's probably going to be just Black Orcs, actually, but that will be a very expensive army. But it'll also be a very deadly army. I mean, it'll be able to take on pretty much anything, and we'll probably get a few monstrous units in there. But again, he doesn't necessarily need the monstrous units for how much his other units are buffed. So we'll have a look in a minute. So what are the puppets going to do with their remaining forces? They're going to keep running, I think. I think I'm just going to keep... I think my war is just going to chase them all the way out of my territory, guys. See what these guys do. They're still not attacking. They must be going to attack this turn. What are they doing? I'm not complaining that they didn't attack my territory. I'm just surprised they didn't attack my territory. Because it would have made so much sense for them to do it.
No.
We are going to move in front of you. And we are going to double time it down this way. I'm going to start popping some of these out. Because this is nice. It does up my raiding income and my sacking income. So a few of those buildings will actually be very beneficial long run. But we're not going to do this. And we're going to have a look through all our places to work out what's best for us to build. Because straight up extra cash is always useful. Okay. So we've got a Orc Shaman being buffed up. Let's get him into his second set of spells. They're just going to hold here for now, just in a nice defensive position. We're going to drop off them because they're expensive. And in fact, even down here, we're going to do the same sort of thing. So I think, do I have access to global recruitment? Yes, I do. So we're going to drop off all of these units because they are very expensive units to maintain, just to up our income. As this is more a defensive army now, it doesn't necessarily need them. And these guys aren't too expensive to keep anyway. So we'll probably push out a few of them through global recruitment. This army is probably going to get disbanded soon. Keeping her because she's epic. Though she does cost 800 a turn.
Great and powerful, war boss.
Same. I'm going to drop out them because we'll replace them with something a bit better. Right. So what buffs do we actually get? So we've got Black Orcs are buffed. See, are buffed there by. So that's armor piercing damage. We can also just buff Biggins and Savage Orc Biggins. We're upping our straight damage here. So the real benefit I get from the Black Orcs is the armor piercing. So that is useful, but it's not the only useful thing. So if we push this one right out, and then we push out this one, the other units will be good. So having some Savage Orcs in here as well will be very beneficial. But I think that these guys don't have a Savage Orc to really compare them with in this army, which is what I really need. I do have this unit, which is quite expensive. They are just, you know, you can see these guys are very, very solid units, actually. They need a lot more, but they've got really good attack as well. Really good armor now. They've all been buffed up a bit as well. Anyway, let's end turn. Our War is just going to keep chasing that Chaos Horde until it does something, makes a mistake. I don't trust those dwarves. Where are they going? Are they about to go back to war with me? If they are at that position, they're a little overwhelmed. I've got armies around to deal with them, so that's not terrible if they do, but it's not something I really want to be having to deal with just yet. Soon we will turn around and we will flatten the dwarfs once and for all, guys. Oh, it looks like Clan Skyer are beginning to expand again.
Welcome you.
Not just yet, Mr. Queek. Not just yet. Soon. Oh, they're trying to move all their armies down to repel the Skaven. Okay, so that's interesting.
Welcome news.
Tell you what, the Blue Vipers are also getting quite big. Which is very good. Where are the puppets going? There. Let me guess, they're running away. That said, I do need to deal with them. Oh, That might have been a mistake. And what are the vessels doing? They are probably going to get herded out of my territory again there. They attacked the dwarves, and they smashed a dwarf army for me there, which isn't necessarily bad. So they're assaulting all of my garrisons, and they're generally just causing problems, which is a pain, but it's a pain I can deal with if needs be.
Night Gobbo War Boss.
Let's take what should be ours. Wurrzag, the Great Green Prophet.
Start folding in on them. And start leveling up some of these places. Just trying to work out where to build up.
Skarsnik.
So Skarsnik has leveled up. We're getting his squigs are going to be very nasty soon. We are slowly starting to burn off that corruption now. This is my other war boss here, who's just a more defensive force. I want to get him some more gobbos, but not just. I can't quite afford that just yet. And end turn. So we're doing well. Our income is reasonable, just by getting rid of a few of those regiments of renown. Because while they're good, they are expensive, and sometimes they're a little overly expensive for what they are. So sometimes it's not necessarily worth keeping them. The dwarfs are killing off the chaos armies for me. I'm happy for them to burn themselves off on the chaos armies actually if they want to. While we prepare for war with them again. We'll build up on that thing. We're gonna, as I said, we're gonna rejig our forces slightly actually as well, to just so every army's got, for example, doom divers in rather than whatever they currently have in, rather than rock lobbers, because doom divers are brilliant. And you know, and certainly my two main armies is just going to get a rejig to get them better units in them. Certainly, I don't see there's any reason why Grimgor shouldn't have a lot of black, well, maybe a couple more Black Orc units and a lot more Savage, and certainly some Savage Orc big uns, and maybe a couple of Monstrous units in there as well. Because Monstrous units are always good, guys. And the Knights of the Flame smashed the other. They invaded my territory to smash Chaos. I'm not complaining about this. You know, that's weakened them and saved me from having to deal Chaos. So the Chaos invasion has been foiled, guys. There is one little army which is trying to run away from me. And is getting itself very cornered. So we have nearly stopped the first Chaos invasion. There are probably going to be more Chaos invasions, guys, so you know, this isn't everything, and there are still Chaos, straight normal Chaos armies in the north, so and we have one more Chaos army to take out. So the vessels of Chaos are destroyed.
Despair involved fighting. Attack!
Why can't I attack? Is he too far away for me to attack? That is infuriating. You can dig in here. You are actually going to pull back up here. Where's the territory border? Where is the edge of Grunty Migol? Oh, Grunty-Miggle isn't part of that territory. I thought Grunty-Miggle was. You're going to pull back up here just to get a little bit of just to have a rejig while we rebuild armies, because this is my main place for rebuilding armies. Oh no, I know what I need to do actually, is this. I need to start getting these to start really burning off this Skaven corruption. Oh, and these guys I need to do some animosity quelling. Let's end turn. Soon we might do a little bit of raiding with them, but we're not quite ready for that. And my war is now going to do this. And we're going to fight this, guys. It's going to be a massacre, but this is our last battle with the current Chaos Incursion. And we are going to obliterate them. Now, this is going to be even better, because my main army is going to be attacking here. And the War is going to be attacking from here. And I'm going to be reinforcing from behind. So we're just going to charge into these Chaos forces from behind and rip them to pieces. They've got a few good units there, but they're just going to get completely obliterated, guys. So this is going to be fun. That is for sure. I'm looking at this army. I'm probably going to get myself at least one more sort of cavalry unit, guys, and maybe get some large units in. Oh, I'm not. I thought I'd be reinforcing from behind there.
Let's do this.
I'm not even being subtle. I'm just charging. Because I've got a feeling I'm not even going to get here in time, guys. The foe attacks our allies. I'm not even in yet, so my War is fighting here. And they are shredding them, giant spiders eating people. Their Lord is holding back. Some of my guys are beginning to get there. Grimgor moves fast considering he's on foot. Let's pop this out to buff his speed up a bit more. A lot of these guys are already breaking, as you can probably see.
The lads are ready! Going!
These guys are shattering. Let's get everybody focusing on their Lord. Here it comes, as my guys all charge him down, with Grimgor just behind. And so give everybody a buff. And he is getting properly whacked now by lots of my guys. He's popping out some of his own spells. Grimgor is trying to make his way towards him. Let's make sure he dies. And end battle. So there wasn't really much point in that, but it was, you know, sometimes it's fun to do that just to get the last blow. And I mean, wow. I mean, some of my guys got some kills, but that will still have given Grimgor a little bit of extra XP, and it will still have given all of these guys a little bit more XP, so it's not a bad thing to do, guys. It does still help all of my guys, you know, stay at the top. So that is still helpful for us. Let's take the leadership this time. Okay, and that is, I do believe, that Chaos faction destroyed, maybe? I hope. It's entirely possible they've got a couple of armies somewhere completely different, so the Warriors of Chaos are still about somewhere. And the Empire is doing well. It's not doing, it's still suffering, but it is holding on against the vampires, so that's a good thing. I think the dwarves have brought most of their armies down here from up north, so I think this area is ripe for plucking soon. Oh dear, that does look like Skaven are bringing some of their heroes back without their armies potentially, but oh no, they have taken some territory here. So at some point there is going to be an Orc-Skaven war, just not yet. Clan Sky have expanded a little, but not a huge amount. Okay, I don't know what the Varg are doing though. I suspect they're getting quite big. Their turns do take quite a while. Where are the Bone Clubber tribe going? I do need to pay attention to them. But they're not raiding me anymore. I'm happy for them to just wander through my territory if they want to. So we've got an imminent rebellion here.
Let's go.
We can double time it back here. Oh, and you can see now we're beginning to have problems even in very secure territories, guys. So this is something I do need to just keep an eye on as before. Anyway, guys, we will be ending this one here. So next turn, we'll just do a little bit of consolidation, and then we're going to work out where we're going to start going next. We're probably going to get these armies sorted out, and we're going to start oaking the dwarfs up here. We're going to start raiding up here and try and take these two territories, and then we'll start to take these two territories, and then we'll try and get some expansion down south. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.